Hi there, welcome back to our video series that is all about Lebois Co. Today we're going to zoom in on the history of Lebois Co by covering 5 cool facts you probably didn't know about our brand. Alright, fact number 1. The very reason that we are here today, it's this vintage Lebois Co chronograph, which Evelyn, my wife, and I found in 2014, stuck to our fridge and led to the research and the resurrection of Lebois Co in December of that same year, which was exactly 80 years after the original Lebois Co was founded. This vintage piece was auctioned off by Christie in 2012. And look at it, you can see why we fell in love with it and why we decided to resurrect this beautiful brand. Fact number 2. Lebois Co used to make co-branded or double-branded watches that are also known as watches with presentation dials. Now there seem to be quite some watch brands that made watches with dials like these in the past. The watch brand with the most co-branded watches is probably Rolex. A few examples. They used to partner with retailer Tiffany Co, but also stamped other brand names on their dials, such as organizations like Comex, with whom they partnered with to experiment their watches at deep depths underwater, and even Domino's Pizza, who gave away co-branded watches when a franchisee would hit a specific amount of sales in a week. Pretty cool if you ask me. The Tiffany partnership with Rolex is over. They do still have a partnership with Patek Philippe, but you'll have to be patient because there's quite a waiting list to get a Patek Philippe with the Tiffany Co logo stamped on the dial. Now back to Lebois Co. Because there still is a demand for co-branded watches and because of the fact that I personally have an affection for them, we decided to offer our own corporate and bespoke watches program for our customers. Then about a month after that decision, we came across this vintage Lebois Co watch, which shows that the old Lebois Co company already made co-branded watches, in this case for Italian automobile manufacturer Fiat. What are the odds? Fact number 3. Last year we found out an interesting story about Lebois Co during the Second World War. As it turns out, Italian aircraft manufacturer Caproni bought Lebois Co chronograph watches and gave them to the group of pilots of the Swedish Air Force when they came to Italy to collect and fly home their new Caproni Ca 313 reconnaissance bombers in 1942. Some of these watches are still around, and this one was recently auctioned in Stockholm, Sweden. As for the aircraft, they were less fortunate. There are no original Ca 313 survivors. There is, however, a replica that was built for a TV series, which is now in a museum in Sweden. Alright, cool fact number 4. A vintage Lebois Co diver measuring 36 millimeters in diameter and which has tritium on its dial and hands. Unfortunately, the tritium, which acted as an energy source for the applied photoluminescent paint, has lost all or almost all of its radioactive energy as the paint is not glowing by itself anymore. However, if we hit the watch with a light source, the photoluminescent paint that is still left will still glow briefly. So this gives us an idea of how the watch looked 50 years ago in the dark. Another cool thing is at the back of this watch, namely it has an interesting diver on its caseback. We are not sure if this is unique to Lebois or not. If you have seen it before, please let us know because we are quite curious to find out. Okay, fact number 5, the last fact for this episode. These 2 vintage Lebois Co timepieces, they're not just vintage, at least 50 years old, but also unworn, so new old stock with tags on them, everything. Yeah, and I think they're super cool. These are like little time machines that give us a glimpse back in the original design and build quality without scratches or anything. So let's take a closer look. I hope you liked these facts about the history of Lebois Co. Do like and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye! Fact number 3. Last year we found out an interesting story about Lebois Co. during the Second World War. As it turns out, Italian aircraft manufacturer Caproni bought... Isn't it a beauty?